Doing this drill for 5 minutes each day will get you hitting the ball longer and straighter than you ever have, because it will develop a body-driven swing going through the golf ball, which is what we see all the top players in the world do, which is the reason why they hit the ball so effortlessly long and straight. And this was given to me by the world's best long drive coach. So you best believe you're going to be hitting the ball a hell of a lot further after this, just like I did. So what this drill does, it isolates the movement going through the golf ball, which is the part of the swing we want to be really nice and rotational. We want our body to be continuously rotating going through that shot, because that's what keeps that club face square to the arc and super stable, which helps for the straight shots. And also that continuous rotation really helps to maintain and build up that speed going through the golf ball, because this is where we see most amateur golfers, they will really struggle with rotation going through the golf ball. They will stall out their turn and they will flip. They might early extend, not great. And when I went for this lesson with the world's best long drive coach, and that is Lee Cox, been my coach for a number of years, I was suffering with something very similar, and that was with stalling out my chest rotation. I'd really come into the golf ball and I wouldn't be very open with my chest at all, and that would really just stall out my total rotation. So a drill that we did there was to isolate the movement going through the golf ball. And what we did a little competition. He would hit a handful of balls, I would hit another handful of balls. And what we did, we were swinging to really around left arm parallel, so really no backswing to speak of at all. And we were trying to hit the ball as far as we could with that very, very short backswing. So for us to be able to do that and to hit the ball as far as we could with that short backswing, we had to turn the chest and turn the body as hard as we possibly could through the golf ball, because there's no time to generate any speed through hand movement. There's no time to generate any speed through early extension. You had to use your body to be able to do it. So all we did, had an 8-iron. Now for me, normal 8-iron distance is around 160. So I tried to get 160 yards or close to it. If not, try to beat it on a good one. So that's what we got to do. So let me get the first one down here. So first shot, really trying to get through it, 148 yards. So not a bad one. That's only just around 10 yards shorter than normal with such a short length of backswing. So for these 5 minutes that I would practice this, we are trying to beat the number each time, like we said, or going up to normal distance. Why only 5 minutes? Because you can imagine it's quite taxing on the body, but it is the most efficient way to practice this because it exaggerates the movement. So again, let's say, okay, 148, can I beat 148? Let's give it a good go. Only swinging to at most left arm parallel and really hammering through. Let's see there. 149, so just about. So again, it's those small little incremental changes, but where's that speed being developed from? It's being developed from a very body-driven movement going through the golf ball. Here's another one. Let's do it again. 150, gradually, slowly getting there. So you can see doing this for those 5 minutes is an incredibly enjoyable way to practice. It really is. But it gives you a good sense of achievement, and you just know that it's going to be body driven at the same time. So let's slow down this swing as well and see what it looks like when we look on slow motion. So before we look at that slow-mo, 160.7 yards. Awesome. So managed to match that number. So let's see how we did that on that slow motion. So you could see pretty short to non-existent backswing, which is why in that thumb there it says no backswing, because technically it's pretty much no backswing to speak of. But we can see as I'm turning down, you can see such a good rotational move. That is the main driving force here. And when we have great rotation, what gets created from good rotation? And that is shaft lean. Shaft lean is a byproduct of rotation. So what does shaft lean do? It de-lofts the club, so it's going to make you hit the ball a little bit more compressed. It's going to turn this 8-iron more into, let's say, a 7-iron. And then we're going to hit the ball a little bit further from that. It's why the top pros can hit the ball so far. So, okay, let's hit 5 more balls here. Shortest 5 minutes ever. Let's see if we can beat that 160. So we go 5 balls, let's do it. So this is why I really like this style of practice, because you can get really competitive with yourself. So again, doesn't feel like that one. 153, again, not bad. So I can see ball speed is jumping up if we look at that number as well, 111. Again, not far off what would be a normal ball speed for my A-time, which is normally around the 115 mark. So we could generally get quite close to producing that on these. So again, another one. Giving it everything I got, 158, close, very close with the ball speed there to a normal A-time ball speed for myself. You're gonna notice I haven't got the tracer on this because I just want to focus on the distance. If you've got, let's say, a swing speed radar, where it's one of the devices that you put opposite that just measures swing speed, you can just measure that. Just make sure it's getting faster and faster each time. And that's really where I want to go at. I don't want to get too bogged down with the ball flight because it's a very exaggerated drill. But I really want to go with just one little thing there. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, that was a little bit longer of a swing, so maybe not quite as disciplined on that one. 158 though, not bad. But here's the thing, this is very feel versus real with the swing length. As a lot of you guys are probably going to be watching this, and you're probably going to be saying, you're getting way longer than left arm parallel. If I am, generally a mistake, but swing length is so feel versus real. I've always had this with my in-person coaching back before I was doing online full-time, and telling students to do a half swing, for example, for a specific drill, film the students swing, show them the swing of them trying to do the half swing, and they're swinging almost to full, and the amazement each time. A lot of you have probably experienced this when trying to shorten your swing. You'll notice it'll feel short, but then on camera it will look long. So again, this is very feel orientated, but it's definitely shorter than your normal backswing length. So another one, two more. That felt good. 158 again. So, getting quite consistent with it. All right, guys, we've got one more. Can we beat the 160? One more ball. Let's give it a really good hammer through the ball. Really gave everything I got that one. No, even shorter. 156. That felt good to me, that one. But the good thing is, can feel some very, very central strikes doing this. It's a very efficient move going through the golf ball. Even other numbers looking really quite good as well. Now we've hit those 5 balls, let's talk about a little training aid that we can use for this, which would be an optimal way. We didn't do this back in my days with me and Lee, but if I had this and we both had this at our disposal, we would 100% use it. Now this is a overspeed training device called the Ripstick. Now why this is going to be such a good thing to use with this same drill is because you'll be able to hear when you are the fastest in your swing. Like we said, we want to be the fastest going through the golf ball. There's 3 little holes here, which are kind of little audible devices. And if I'm doing that short little swing, I want to feel this be very, or hear this be very loud going through the hitting area, just like you can hear there. The big whoosh. So, let's give that a go, another one. So really getting in tons of reps of that. Training the body to move fast, because this is an overspeed training device. There are protocols online at ripstick.com that give you full training guides for that, but if you want to tailor it to this video, absolutely exactly the same thing we do. Make it louder and louder and louder. There's weight to it so you can feel it even more. And what you need to do after overspeed training is hit a few more balls. So even though I said 5, let's go hit 3 more after doing this. So I'm going to be a little bit more primed. My body will move a little bit faster. Let's give it a go. Again, the same number. But again, because I was feeling that whoosh and hearing that whip going through the golf ball, I'm going to have a better chance to get that body to really turn. I mean, saying this, I would be very happy with these yardages, with this little length of swing. 160 again. There we go. Really close to my normal ball speed. So after doing, let's say, a proper protocol with that training aid, I'd recommend doing a good few sets of 5 swings of that and then going back to your balls. You're going to be moving that body even better going through the golf ball. Down it goes. Let's do one more. That was a longer swing. And you can definitely see it, 161. Actually look on camera, see if it is a longer swing or not. Felt like it, might not have been, feel versus real. So 161.2, great. We said what was our goal? Spin with 160, we got it. Is that one legitimate? Only time will tell. You'll probably tell me in the comments, probably all of them, you'll probably say. But again, guys, the concept of this drill, like we said, very feel versus real. But ultimately, if we want to improve the body movement going through the shot, we've got to practice in this way where we're isolating that body movement going through the golf ball. It worked wonders with me, really helped me with my distance. As someone who's disabled, it really doesn't come easy to me, distance. I very much had to train it to get a very average amount of distance. So that's where a lot of you guys out there will be able to hit the ball a lot further than me once you get this really into your golf swing. So to get that tour level impact and that tour level move, like we're seeing right here, this drill for 5 minutes a day will make a huge, huge difference. So If you enjoyed this video, click that like button if you want more golf instruction, just like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.